Consider, as the ancient sages did, that you are not merely a physical form navigating a material world. You are a being of resonance, a conscious epicenter within a boundless cosmic ocean of energy. The very thoughts you entertain, the silent dialogues within your soul, and the words you choose to give voice to are not fleeting whispers. They are potent incantations, vibrations that ripple outward, shaping the subtle ether around you and sculpting the reality you perceive. Now, reflect upon the moments you have engaged in the ritual of complaint. Perhaps it was a lament against the turning of the weather, the actions of others, the burdens of your station, or the grand, seemingly unjust designs of fate itself. We often see this as a harmless release, a natural expression of discontent. But the wise have always posed a deeper question. What is truly being summoned when we complain? What energies are stirred within the temple of your body and in the universal field you inhabit? In this exploration, we shall uncover the profound, often invisible, metaphysical consequences of this common habit. We will journey into the ancient understanding of how the frequency of complaint can disturb your physical vitality, mental clarity, and spiritual harmony. Prepare to delve into the esoteric mechanics of reality and learn the sacred art of transmuting this base energy into the gold of a higher, more consonant state of being. The act of complaining is so woven into the fabric of human interaction that we have ceased to recognize it for what it is, a profound act of spiritual dissonance. At its core, what is a complaint? It is a declaration of discord. It is a profound discomfort with the present moment, a rejection of what is. When you complain, you are, in essence, declaring war on reality. You are stating with conviction, this should not be so. This is an error in the cosmos. This afflicts me. Herein lies the first great truth. To complain is to place your own finite ego in opposition to the infinite, natural unfolding of life, the logos of existence. This resistance to what is creates a powerful energetic friction. Imagine the smooth flow of a river. A complaint is a dam, a barrier erected against this current. This friction does not simply dissipate, it reverberates through your luminous body, your auric field. The great Ephesian philosopher, Heraclitus, taught us millennia ago that panta rhei everything flows. The only constant in the universe is change itself. Life is a perpetual, dynamic dance of becoming. Each moment unfolds with divine logic, and to fight what is presented is to fight the very nature of existence. Yet, the complaint is born from precisely this fight. It is the echo of a mind that refuses to accept the tapestry of the now, a mind that desperately seeks to command that which is beyond its dominion. The human mind, body, and spirit are not separate entities but a trinity, intricately connected by a web of vital energy. Every thought is a seed, every emotion a color, and every word a vibration that sends waves across this entire interconnected system, profoundly influencing our health and harmony. Complaining, though it may masquerade as a simple verbal act, carries a dense, heavy frequency. It is a slow-acting poison that clouds the mind and burdens the body. When we indulge in complaint, our minds become a theater for repetitive dramas of dissatisfaction, lack, and negativity. Over time, this mental rehearsal carves deep grooves into our consciousness. From the perspective of neuroscience, our brains begin to build and reinforce neural pathways dedicated to this state of criticism. The human brain, as modern sages of science like Dr. Rick Hansen note, possesses a natural negativity bias, a primal instinct to remember threats and pains for survival. However, by habitually complaining, we are not merely using this instinct. We are amplifying it to an extreme degree. We create a distorted lens through which we view reality, one where the shadows appear vast and the light seems diminished. By perpetuating this ethos of dissatisfaction, we initiate a cascade of biochemical reactions within our physical vessel. Complaining activates the body's ancient alarm system. The amygdala, the brain sentinel for emotional threats, sends a distress signal. In response, the body is flooded with cortisol, the hormone of stress. While cortisol is a vital ally in moments of true peril, its constant, chronic secretion, driven by a mentality of complaint, becomes a corrosive force. It systematically weakens the immune system, promotes systemic inflammation, and elevates the risk of chronic illnesses. The body bears the physical weight of this mental burden. Studies confirm that persistently high cortisol levels are linked to cardiovascular problems, impaired digestion, and a pervasive sense of fatigue. Individuals who live in a state of constant complaint often carry a deep psychological tension that manifests physically as tightened muscles, chronic aches, and a profound sense of exhaustion. Every single complaint is, therefore, a tax on your life force, an energetic and physical depletion. Within the mind, the habit creates a self-perpetuating cycle of anxiety and sorrow. Those who frequently complain find themselves increasingly unmotivated and unfulfilled because their perception of the world has become constricted and impoverished. The wisdom of positive psychology affirms this. Focusing on what is wrong actively obstructs our ability to perceive solutions and recognize opportunities. It is as if complaining fits our eyes with gray-tinted lenses, limiting our vision and making us prisoners in a self-created reality of scarcity. When we cultivate complaint, we are actively nourishing the energies of fear, resistance, and separation. The ancient Hermetic tradition, encapsulated in the axiom "all is mind," teaches that our reality is a reflection of our internal state, our thoughts, emotions, and words. When you voice a complaint, you are emitting a very specific mental and emotional frequency. This vibrational wave, born of displeasure and resistance, does not simply vanish. It projects outward, imprinting itself upon the energetic field around you. As the great mystic Neville Goddard taught, the feeling of the wish fulfilled is the secret to creation. Conversely, the feeling of lack, the very essence of a complaint, is the true source of all limitation. When we complain, we attune ourselves to the frequency of what we are complaining about. The universal energy field responds to our vibration by amplifying what we are emitting. Therefore, a complaint is not merely a verbal expression. It is an internal declaration of resistance, a manifestation of what the mind has judged to be wrong. In this process, the energy of dissatisfaction propagates, contaminating a person's auric field. Instead of flowing with clarity and freedom, this life force becomes stagnant, dense, and disorganized. In metaphysical terms, we are creating a blockage, an obstruction, in the divine flow of life. Unlike a harmonious energy field, where life force moves like a clear, flowing river, the field of a habitual complainer is like a stagnant marsh. Energy is trapped, creating tension, pressure, and dis-ease. This is the price we pay for attempting to control the uncontrollable. What many fail to realize is that this act not only affects our own energetic ecosystem, but also impacts the world around us. Complaint is psychically contagious. It reverberates into our environment and onto the people with whom we interact, weaving a collective tapestry of dissatisfaction. In many venerable spiritual traditions, such as Buddhism and Taoism, the acceptance of the present moment is the master key to inner peace. Taoism, in particular, teaches the wisdom of wu-wei, acting in alignment with the natural flow, the Tao. When we complain, we are moving against this current. We are implicitly telling the universe that its design is flawed, and this fundamental conflict inevitably generates suffering. Esoteric thought posits that these pockets of stagnant, dense energy created by complaint can attract resonant, low-frequency forces. Feelings of frustration, anger, and bitterness resonate at frequencies similar to these dissonant influences. Thus, the act of complaining can create fissures in our natural energetic shield, opening pathways for influences that drain our vitality. It is as though each complaint opens a small portal, allowing energies that amplify negativity to enter our sphere. This disturbance also directly interferes with our chakras, the sacred energy centers that regulate the flow of vital force between our physical and energetic bodies. Each chakra governs a specific aspect of our existence: the root for security, the heart for love, the throat for expression. When the habit of complaining becomes entrenched, these centers become overloaded and blocked by this dense energy. The throat chakra, responsible for clear expression, and the solar plexus chakra, the seat of our personal power and will, are especially vulnerable. The more we complain, the more these blockages weaken our protective field, distancing us from our true, powerful essence. The impact ripples beyond ourselves. Each of us is a broadcasting tower of energy. When we constantly complain, our aura emits low-frequency waves that influence people and places. like a stone cast into a still pond. These waves create a resonance that interferes with the energy of those nearby. The spaces we inhabit, our homes, our workplaces, absorb the energetic signature of the thoughts and words that circulate within them. Imagine for a moment that the universe operates like a colossal, impartial mirror, reflecting with perfect fidelity whatever you emit. Your thoughts, your feelings, and most importantly, your core vibration. Complaining, as a habit, establishes a dominant vibrational frequency of resistance, lack, and dissatisfaction. When you fixate your attention on difficulties, on problems, on what is missing, you are sending a clear, unambiguous message to the cosmos. This is the reality I choose to experience more of. And by the immutable law of resonance, or what some call the law of attraction, the universe complies, bringing you more circumstances that match your vibration of discontent. It is like tuning a cosmic radio. If you are tuned to the station of complaint, that is the only music you will hear. How does this occur? As the Hermetic teachings state, the all is mind, the universe is mental. Your thought is the seed of your reality. When you complain, you are planting a specific frequency in the universal mind. You are using the divine power of your imagination to construct and give life to a world where scarcity and discomfort are the reigning principles, thereby attracting those very energies to you. What is crucial to understand is that complaining is a downward spiral. The more you complain, the more you attract situations that justify further complaint. This cycle can poison every domain of your life: your health, your relationships, your opportunities, and your emotional well-being. It is a self-imposed exile from the realms of abundance and joy. When we grasp this profound truth that complaining magnetizes more reasons to complain, we gain the power to consciously shift our focus and thereby transform our reality. The alchemical key to this transformation is gratitude. To shift from complaint to gratitude is to completely recalibrate the frequency we emit. Gratitude, by its very nature, is an expansive energy. It is a frequency of openness, acceptance, and abundance. In his modern classic, The Power of Now, Eckhart Tolle reminds us that acceptance of the unalterable present moment is the end of suffering. In other words, when you cease resisting, when you stop complaining and accept the isness of the now, you align yourself with the universal flow. This act of acceptance dissolves the field of resistance created by complaint, allowing life to move with greater ease, grace, and synchronicity. By transforming complaint into gratitude, your energy field recalibrates, beginning to vibrate at a much higher, more harmonious frequency. This not only attracts more circumstances for which to be grateful, but also fortifies your protective aura, sealing the fissures and blocking the entry of lower frequency energies that might disturb your inner peace. In this elevated state, you become a magnet for positive, life-affirming experiences that are in alignment with your highest good. The journey from complaint to gratitude is one of the most profound spiritual shifts one can undertake. At first, it may feel like a battle, a struggle between the conditioned mind, accustomed to scanning for flaws, and the intuitive heart, which knows a more abundant reality is possible. But in choosing gratitude, we are consciously tuning our being to a higher frequency, a vibration that harmonizes our mind, body, and spirit. But how, precisely, do we enact this transformation? How do we break the chains of old, ingrained habits? The answer lies in simple, yet profound, daily rites that invite us to redirect our focus from what is missing to what is present, from what drains us to what enriches us. To assist you in releasing the habit of complaint, here are 3 sacred practices that, when performed with sincere intention, can truly transmute your reality. Practice 1. The ritual of the conscious pause. Complaining is often a conditioned reflex, an automatic response of the mind and body. To interrupt this cycle, begin with the ritual of the conscious pause. Whenever you feel the impulse to complain rising within you, stop. For just a moment, halt all action. Close your eyes and take 3 slow, deliberate breaths. With the first breath, consciously release all physical and mental tension. With the second breath, bring your awareness fully into the present moment, the feeling of the air, the sounds around you. With the third breath, silently articulate a phrase of gratitude, such as, "I am grateful for this moment and the lesson it contains." This sacred pause disrupts the momentum of automatic reactions, restoring you to a place of conscious choice and vibrational sovereignty. Practice 2. The scribe's affirmation. The act of writing down what we are grateful for may seem simple, but its daily repetition has the alchemical power to reshape our perception. It trains the mind to actively seek the good. At the close of each day, take a few quiet minutes to reflect and inscribe in a journal 3 things for which you were genuinely grateful that day. This practice strengthens new neural pathways, shifting your brain's default focus from complaint to appreciation. Over time, your mind will naturally begin to notice the positive, even amidst challenges, etching new grooves of abundance upon the tablet of your consciousness. Practice 3. The invocation of light. Finally, the invocation of light through gratitude visualization is a practice that expands your energy and reinforces positive resonance. Upon waking or before sleep, close your eyes. Bring to mind people, moments, or experiences for which you feel a deep, heartfelt gratitude. Allow the feeling of this gratitude to blossom in your chest, and then visualize it as a warm, golden light. Imagine this light expanding, radiating throughout your entire body, and then extending outward, forming a luminous, protective sphere around you. Over time, this practice solidifies a higher frequency within your energy field, making you a powerful magnet for even more reasons to feel grateful. Transforming complaint into gratitude is a healing process, a journey back to a higher state of consciousness. Each act of gratitude is a conscious step away from the density of complaint and toward the lightness of being and inner tranquility. In this way, gratitude evolves from a mere practice into a constant state of being a resonant vibration that harmonizes and elevates your entire existence. To complain is more than an expression of dissatisfaction. It is a profound vibrational choice. Every word you speak is an energetic seed planted in the fertile field of the cosmos. If you sow seeds of complaint and lack, you shall harvest a garden of the same. If you plant seeds of gratitude and acceptance, you shall harvest the fruits of abundance, harmony, and peace. Remember the timeless wisdom. Your thoughts shape your reality. You can transform your life by transforming your thoughts. That transformation begins now, with the very next word you choose to speak. As the Enlightened One, the Buddha, taught, the mind is everything. What you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you create. May the words you speak from this day forward be a source of light, peace, and profound transformation for yourself and for all beings. Thank you for joining us on this journey of discovery. If this video was helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. And now, leave a comment below and tell us one thing you are grateful for today.